If you pass by Oak Hill Apartments and hear my calls for help, do not answer. Written by Quincy Lee. God, this was a mistake. This was all such a bad mistake. Okay. I'm typing this on my phone. Putting this down here for... I don't want anyone else coming in after us and getting hurt. And I want people to know what happened. There are 5 of us. My name's Frankie Sato. I came with Sequoia Watson, Matthew Nguyen, Jade Paulson and JT Brenner. Matt, Jade and Sequoia are dead. I'm pretty sure JT is too. But I haven't seen him. It doesn't matter though. None of us are making it out of here alive. Or dead. Anyone who reads this message, if you get calls, texts from me, anything, do not try to rescue me. I will not ask for help. Don't answer any calls from JT either. I'm sorry to do that to them, but just don't. We went urban exploring. We live in... shit. I don't want curious people coming. We're in the Lowry neighbourhood of a metro area. It's this sloping neighbourhood with mansions and some historic buildings. And at the crest there's this huge old boarded apartment building called Oak Hill. Not just boarded up. It's fucking sealed tight. We didn't know why. I swear we didn't know. Now we do. So this morning we got a message from Jade in our group chat.
What's that?
Oak Hill? Jade, are you there now or something?
I can't see. Last pic's dark. Are you inside? How did you get in?
Inside. WTF? You serious? You there right now?
Morning. Oh shit, what?
I'm getting gear. Jade, you shouldn't be exploring alone.
Shit. I'm getting my gear. Be there in 10. Always wanted to check it out.
Right. I'm coming too. Let's meet out front.
Dark inside. KK, we'll bring extra flashlights.
We all showed up around the same time. Bright sunshine on the streets around us. Green trees, traffic sounds. The Lowry neighbourhood is in the heart of the city. Anytime we'd walk through on our way to the food co-op, or downtown or the bar, Jade would talk about Oak Hill and wonder why it's never been redeveloped. The building itself is brick, with the name Oak Hill carved into the stone arch over the boarded doors. Must have been nice apartments back in the day. Now every window is blocked with metal gratings over the boards, rusted and nailed into the brick, so that curious teenagers and homeless folks can't get in. No holes or gaps in any of these boards to peek through, sealed up tight. Until today.
Guys, I found a way in,
called JT. All of us hurried over. JT crouched in the wall of an egress window, their hand resting on the rusty metal grate. Below the window well, a section of the grate had been peeled back, the rusted nails popped out. The board beneath was broken off and missing.
Dang. Did Jade cut that opening?
Exclaimed Sequoia.
Must have been. This wasn't here last week,
said Matt.
Really stupid of her to go in alone, though.
Matt was the boss of us when Jade wasn't around. I guess Matt was always the boss of us. Jade could be pushy, but wasn't a team player, whereas Matt kinda looked out for everyone and tried to get consensus. Jade's kind of a badass, but also really reckless, and often just goes off and does stuff on her own, despite claiming to be our fearless leader. After Matt and Jade, I guess the next in charge would be JT, the thoughtful one. Sequoia and me We were just along for the ride. JT dropped in first, flicking on their headlamp and flashlight. One by one, we followed. The window led into a small apartment unit with white walls, a narrow closet, doors leading to the bathroom and living room beneath the cheap popcorn ceiling. The apartment was totally bare except for this huge and disgusting stain on the carpet. Reddish brown with spatters that bled out onto the linoleum. We fanned out into the kitchen, closet and bathroom.
Hey, I found a rubber ducky.
Sequoia, from the bathroom, squeezed a duck. We came over to take a look, but Matt barked at us.
Focus. We gotta find Jade. JT?
JT was opening the door to the hallway and stuck their head out, flashlight flickering up and down the corridor as I came and peeked over their shoulder. Most abandoned places, you have daylight shining in through windows or doorways. But here, with everything sealed tight, the only light came from the egress window we'd climbed through. The rest of the building was black as a tomb. Creepy. Dangerous if your batteries run out. Fuck. My phone is running low. Maybe I shouldn't be writing this. There's no escape. Just going to finish this account since there's no way out. Thought I heard JT, but it was probably just that thing. Fuck. Sitting here in this bathtub in the pitch dark is terrifying. I can hear every beat of my heart. I'd almost rather run out there and end it. Don't know how Jade was so fucking ballsy to come here alone. Though I guess, like us, she just thought it was an abandoned building. If she'd known, if she'd had a chance, I'm sure she'd have warned us. Jade was always brave. She'd have sealed herself inside and let that thing take her before she'd let us explore as far as we did. When she didn't answer our phone calls or our yells, we decided to search.
What is this? A 3-floor building? 4 with the basement? That's a lot of rooms,
said JT. Sequoia dialed Jade's phone again while Matt called.
Jade?
Silence. Probably gonna jump scare us or something. I nudged Sequoia. She held up her fist, which I bumped. Matt sighed, giving us an exasperated look.
All right, let's split up. Wait, Sequoia, buddy system, you and JT.
But I was already waltzing out the door with Sequoia. Matt glanced at JT for help. He knew Sequoia and me would just goof off, but JT just shrugged, not wanting to get involved.
Fine,
relented Matt.
Frankie and Sequoia, you two take the 2nd and 3rd floor. JT and I will take the basement in first. Call as soon as you find anything. No pranking, okay? Frankie, you understand?
I did a mock military salute. Roger that.
Roger that.
Sequoia echoed. Roger.
Roger.
Matt sighed as we took off rogering down the hall. Yeah, I know we were real fucking dumb, okay? Just seemed like an empty, ordinary apartment building. Jade was going to be fine. Everything was going to be fine. It was all supposed to be fine. All the apartments had an identical layout. Most with white walls, but a few with beige and one with god-awful lime green. Why though? Sequoia asked, clicking her tongue in disapproval. We split up to explore faster. I ended up in a unit chock full of garbage bags, messy and reeking. Sequoia found one with ugly wallpaper and a battered baby doll. The next unit of mine had furniture still inside, including a bunch of chairs stacked on top of one another toward the ceiling. Spooky.
Hey.
Called Sequoia from across the hall.
Want some lunch? Found some food in the refrigerator.
Meanwhile, our phones kept buzzing.
Basement clear.
1st floor mailroom clear.
Etc., etc. God, so serious. Then Sequoia texted.
Clear, Mom? Clear.
I laughed from the apartment I was exploring and heard Sequoia's pealing laughter from down the hall. Too bad Jade wasn't paying attention to our hilarity. She would have joined in. We were about halfway through the second floor when my phone buzzed again.
Too dark. Can't see it. Which floor are you?
Which floor are you? Girl, are you trying to jump scare us?
I was crafting a text to reply to the group when something winked in my flashlight beam. Peered down the hall, frowning. Near the end of the corridor was a door marked trash room. Wedged into the door was a black satchel decorated with enamel pins. Drawing closer, I saw cats, rainbows, and one that read, "Bad bitch." Jade's shoulder bag. "Jade!" I called. I yelled back down the hall for Sequoia, but she was exclaiming about paintings and old balloons and some expired cookies in the cupboard. I sucked in a breath and shoved the door, throwing my shoulder against it because something was blocking it from the other side. Finally, I forced it open enough to squeeze through. I tripped over legs. The flashlight skidded out of my hand when I fell, bouncing into the wall and coming to rest so that its beam shone back at me, blinding me, but also leading my gaze to glistening red. I looked back through the door, to the weight that had been blocking it, and my heart shot into my throat. My airways closing and my lungs tightening and every muscle snapping taut. I couldn't get in air. Couldn't get in enough oxygen to scream. Jade's vacant eyes stared back at me, her head at an impossible angle, bent backwards to stare over her shoulders. Her legs and arms twisted in odd directions like a broken doll. Fuck, I gasped, ignoring the buzzing of my phone. Fuck, shit. I scurried against the back wall, under the trash chute, fumbled my phone, opened up my text and typed a frenzied message.
Basement and first all clear. Jade, you on the 3rd floor?
3rd floor.
Okay, coming up. Let's meet in the west stairwell.
I froze mid-typing, eyes on the phone because what the fuck? What the fuck, 3rd floor? I glanced up at Jade's body. How? She didn't have her phone. "Don't go to the 3rd floor!" I screamed, and quickly tapped on the keys.
Jade is dead. 2nd floor trash, don't go upstairs.
I shrieked for them as I ran out of the trash room and into the hallway. At that point, I wasn't thinking about making noise. Wasn't thinking at all. I just screamed, "Sequoia!" and ran back the way we'd come, toward the apartment she'd been looking at with the paintings. No trace of Sequoia. I ran all the way to the stairwell and dialed Matt. After a few rings, he picked up. "Matt!
Frankie, what?
Don't go to the 3rd floor. Jade's dead."
What?
"She's dead. In the 2nd floor trash room. I found her body. She's dead. Her neck is broken. Something fucking killed her." I was hysterical. Matt on the other end kept saying things like,
Whoa.
and
Calm down.
I heard him tell JT.
It's Frankie freaking out, saying Jade is dead.
In the background, JT asking if it was a prank and Matt saying he didn't know, and then asking,
Frankie, is Sequoia with...
"No, listen, Matt. You can't stay up there. You and JT, you have to leave now."
Frankie, just chill. We're coming back down for...
The phone went dead. No more words. No screams or shouts or any sound at all. Just suddenly dead. Just silence. "Matt," I whimpered. "Matt." Tried calling back, but it didn't connect. Tried calling JT, but got no answer there either. When I tried calling Sequoia, her ringtone, cutesy bubbly anime song, came drifting from down the hallway. Not far, the room with the stacked chairs. The phone rang for a while before going to voicemail, so I dialed again. That same bubbly song. Still no response from Sequoia. I inched my way down the hall, my flashlight beam shaking. Poked my head into the apartment with the chairs and swung around the beam. Its light fell across old papers, broken gratings, and a discarded furnace filter. The stack of chairs in the center of the room climbed to the ceiling. There was a hole in the ceiling, above the chairs. And from it, a pair of legs, dangling. The cutesy anime ringtone kept going. And now I saw a faint light emanating from the jeans pocket. "Sequoia!" I whispered, inching closer. That dripping. Oh God. Was that... Crimson trickled down the wood of the chairs. The body came down suddenly, slipping through the hole and bringing down the cascade of chairs in a crash. I screamed, fleeing from the noise before I even knew that I was running. But I'd seen what was left of her. Just the bottom half came tumbling down through that hole. God, oh God. I ducked into a closet across the hall, sliding the door shut and turning off my flashlight, trembling. That noise. Whatever had done that to her, whatever had gotten Jade and probably Matt and JT, must have heard that crash. Must be on its way. My phone buzzed again. I quickly silenced it before checking the screen. Matt was calling. I picked up. "Hello," I whispered.
Hello?
Whispered Matt's voice. I almost sobbed in relief. "Matt, where are you guys? Are you okay?"
Are you okay?
Something about the way he spoke, an echo of my own words, chilled me. His vocal inflection matched mine, almost a mimicry. "What happened to you and JT?"
Where are you guys? What happened to JT?
And then, something that turned my veins to ice. The soft rustle of movement in the hallway, shuffling, and a faint wet smacking sound.
Hello? Hello?
I didn't speak.
Hello? Hello? Where are you?
I hung up. Messaged JT.
JT, what happened? You okay? Matt just called me, but I don't think it's Matt. Where the fuck are you? Sequoia's dead. JT, are you alive?
No response. I waited in the closet. I waited for 15 minutes before finally pushing open the closet door. "Fuck this," I whispered. "Fuck this." I had to get out. Crawled out from the closet and tiptoed to the door by flashlight. Then it occurred to me that if whatever got them saw my light, it would catch me too. Panic sent my heart into overdrive. I couldn't hear over the sound of my blood pounding, but there was no choice. I switched off the flashlight. Pitch. Darkness. The sound of my own breathing. I can't describe how loud it was. How each footstep creaked or thudded as I tried to tiptoe down the hall between apartments, feeling my way by touch. Listening for any sound, and cursing my own hammering heart for being so incredibly fucking loud. I just had to get to the basement, to the egress window. I was almost to the end of the corridor when I yelped at the blaring of that anime jingle, Sequoia's phone. I covered my mouth and didn't move for several seconds. Finally, the ringing stopped. Nothing but a faint occasional drip, drip. I guess the upper half of her body was still leaking blood through the hole in the ceiling. It seemed to take an eternity to reach the stairs, another eternity to creep down them. Finally out into the basement, and peek into the pitch-dark corridor. The tiniest trickle of light bled through the open door of an apartment. That feeble light coming through the broken egress window, opening out to the bright day. All I had to do was go climb through the window, and I could escape. I wanted to run so bad, just to make a break for it. Thank God I didn't. As I crept to the door, a soft rustling sent the hairs on my neck standing on end, and I peered into the apartment. It was Matt. He stood by the egress window. Just stood there, in the dark. After a few seconds, he turned his head, shuffled to the window and sniffed at the air, shuffled back into the room, swaying slightly. His footsteps dragged. There was a puddle behind him as he moved.
Frankie?
And I nearly jumped, heart leaping into my throat. Shit, had he seen me? But then he cocked his head, smacking his lips.
Frankie? Frankie? Frankie?
Like he was practicing my name. I shrank back, retreating to the apartment across the hall. Shortly after I got inside, I heard footsteps out in the hallway. I don't know if they were JT's or if it was Jade. Maybe. Come to join Matt. The window is the only exit. I'm trapped here. Trapped with no way out. Been typing this up for the past hour and a half. There's nothing else for me to do here other than write this account. Can't voice call anybody. Don't dare make any noise. Don't want my family trying to get in, doing something stupid. Recently, I heard sounds outside. I think it was police boarding up the hole. This complex, the way it was sealed before, someone in authority knew it had to stay sealed. The apartments are in good condition, and the city is low on housing. Pretty sure the reason the building isn't in use is because of what else took up residence in here. I just checked. The light outside in the hall is gone. They've boarded the window. And I'm never getting out. God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. My battery is low. I'm just going to post this and... fuck. Once I do, I think I'm just going to go out there. Get it over with. I don't want to sit here terrified and waiting to die alone in the dark. I think I'll make one final break for it. Remember, if I message you for help after this is posted, or if I call out, don't come looking for me. Don't unseal the building. I will not ask for help. JT, I'm sorry. Goodbye. Hello, dear listeners. Thank you for listening. I really enjoyed putting this one together. A huge thank you to the author, Quincy Lee, who's an amazing writer with lots of fantastic stories posted on Reddit. Please go and check them out. Also, a big shout out to my friends who joined me on this one. All of their links are in the description, so please go subscribe to them and show them some love. They make fantastic horror content. We had Phoenix Fire as Matt, Jinxed Calavera as Sequoia, Ponchmonster as Jade, and Lady Spookaria as JT, and I played Frankie. As always, stay horrific everyone, and stay tuned for the next one.